What's good, YouTube? It's King J here. I'm here with the boys. We're going to be reacting to some UFC. We're actually going to be reacting to the fight that happened on, let me think, I think it was Sunday. It was between Justin Gaethje and Khabib. Don't ask me how to say Khabib's last name. That name is really hard to pronounce. But yeah, so let's get into it. So right off the bat, what I noticed, Chris, I know you're there. What I noticed is that Justin's kind of going for his legs a lot. I feel like he's kind of scared to like close the distance because yeah, he don't want no part of
I
that.
feel, I feel Justin doesn't. I don't think he knows what he wants to do. Actually, I feel like he wants to take him to the ground, but he'll lose instantly because it's Khabib.
Yeah,
But he doesn't know how to attack him standing up. I mean, it's
yeah,
tricky fighting Khabib.
yeah, because he's a grappler, he's a wrestler. That's his thing. But then I know that he's strong. Like he's stronger than most like UFC fighters. He
He
has a
he
striking game. Yeah,
he knocked down Connor like while he was standing up punching. He can hit.
he can hit.
It's
Yeah,
not
he
that
got it. Yeah,
he's weak or anything. He's multi-dimensional.
there's so many
There's no
different
way to
ways.
take him down
Yeah,
really.
yeah, and then like you see how I don't know if you're at the part where he has Justin like on the basically on the cage, like they're both sitting there. Justin's out of breath, his face is turning red, and Khabib is almost like normal. He's completely like, he this is his zone. He's in it to win it. And then you see, I think this was the first or second round. He already got Justin in like some sort of arm bar, legs across his neck. Like, yeah, this. I mean, the strikes
I've
is
looked at
significant.
the highlights. I've looked at the highlights, and Justin Gaethje looks tired first, and then he's
Yeah,
swinging wildly.
yeah, he's swinging wild, and then he keeps going back to this leg kick, and it's just not working. It's not. Yeah, he. I mean, well, at this point, I think it's like the second round now for me where I'm watching. He already has the significant strikes. The difference between them is two, and it's Khabib up two significant strikes to Gaethje's 22, and it doesn't seem Gaethje they're trading, but Khabib is probably throwing him more power because he is Khabib, he is pretty strong. I'm at the part where he's tapping now. Yeah, that was nasty. That was a
It's not
nasty.
even
Ooh,
that he's hitting stronger. It's Justin Gaethje's he's shooting, but he's missing.
yeah, he's swinging
He's shooting a
wildly.
lot.
Hmm.
He it's like a lot, but he's not hitting all of them.
Yeah,
Where
it's not
Khabib's
accurate.
shots are more precise and accurate.
Definitely. And then now I'm at the
Um,
part where ultimately Gaethje takes the L right here in this little, I don't know, armbar. I'm not fluent in jujitsu. I don't know jujitsu. I don't do jujitsu. I just like to watch it. Okay.
I
Um.
know the basic MMA names. I know Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell, uh, Connor, Khabib, Tony Ferguson. I'm not in depth in the
And all of
UFC game.
these,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
all these moves.
We're not experts. Don't take like what we say to be law. We're just watching it, and we want to entertain you guys with watching this and reacting to it. The fight ended in the second round. What, 2 minutes into the second round, the fight's over. Uh, he has him in the.
Realistically, did we think Gaethje was going to win? I mean, it's UFC, it's combat sports, anything can happen. But did anybody realistically, besides Gaethje fans, actually think he was going to go in there and win?
A couple
28 have tried,
of
28 have
a
failed.
couple of UFC fighters did predict that Gaethje was going to win. They wanted him to win to beat Khabib
Is that
because for whatever reason, I'm not sure. Well, I can look up and tell you who, but I think maybe Connor. I think Connor was one of the ones who wanted Khabib to lose, but there was no losing this one. There
yeah,
wasn't any
there's a
losing
lot
this
of
one.
people that want people to lose or to
Who's
win. But
Yeah,
did anybody
definitely.
actually think like that this was going to happen?
Yeah, and then if you look at it at the end of the video that we're watching, if you look at it, Gaethje looks like he's out. like on the ground, passed out.
Like he's gassed or
Yeah,
like already.
yeah, it's bad. It's not. That wasn't pretty. But respect to Gaethje for taking the fight anyway. Like, how many people would
Respect to
take a
all of these
fight?
fighters. All
Yeah,
these fighters, they've earned a lot of respect. I think they've earned more respect from people than like basketball players, football
players.
players
Yeah,
shows.
because like they're
I
out
mean, I
there.
don't.
They could potentially die in this sport. Like, it's
Yeah, I
not.
was about to say I don't know the history of deaths in the UFC or in boxing. I know some have happened in boxing back in the day, and maybe
Mm,
recently as well. But I mean, you don't hear a lot about that in football. Career-ending injuries, maybe. Basketball, you injure an Achilles, you're never the same. But that's totally different from this. This is head trauma.
yeah, definitely. Neck
So,
trauma, broken limbs, broken fingers, just like spinal injuries. Like, this man is
so
just a straight up monster too. And for him to be 29-0, that's pretty impressive. If he wanted to, I'm gonna put this out there right now. If this man wanted to, I think he could become 30-0. If he wanted to easily, he can find a fight and become 30-0 easily. Maybe go even more.
uh,
But
I
he
was
doesn't.
about to, I was about to segue and bring that up. Should he? Do you think that he's actually done, or do you think there's either an ulterior motive? I know his dad passed away, which is sad.
But
I mean,
do I think he has an ulterior motive, or this is like kind of like
this is
one of them WWE like plot development, but just to enhance a story. Not
not
WWE,
as
but like not as scripted. But like, do I think this is all for like PR? I don't think so. I don't think it is. I think he truly doesn't want to fight because of his father passing away, and he wanted to hit that 30th win having his father there. But on another note, another thing I wanted to talk about is Conor McGregor wanted a rematch. I know, against Khabib, and that'll never happen now. What do you
Conor,
think about
Conor
that?
McGregor would have lost that rematch. He'll lose any other rematch against Khabib because he's just not as good as Khabib. And I'm not even like this Khabib fanboy or anything, but this dude is a monster. It seems like Conor, if he were tired again, I don't think anybody would believe it because it's just the next
Yeah, at
fight would
this
be Conor coming out of retirement.
retirement,
This
yeah.
is gonna be such
hmm
great. Like
And
it's that's why I asked about. Go
what?
ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I asked about Khabib. Is this an ulterior motive? Because we've seen Conor McGregor do this so often, and he's the big MMA guy. He's the most popular one.
Yeah, he brings
But
in
now
them,
I think
brings them in so much money, and he's such a draw to have Conor McGregor on the card. It's like,
why Khabib would never or why Conor will never be as good as Khabib because he doesn't care as
hmm
like all the pre-fight stuff before the Conor Khabib thing. It was Khabib was serious and Conor was there to entertain people, give them a show. We
hmm
see with Khabib's game, he's not all this like the flashy,
he's
the
not,
highlights. Like this highlight video wasn't as impressive.
he's not a show he's not like a showman like Connor is. Connor's
Yeah.
a showman. He will sell the show. He sells the
hmm
show, but he sells the show. Don't get me wrong. The man can box. The man can fight. But in terms of being like on the level of Khabib, he's not there because I don't even know. I don't see a reason why he couldn't get there, but it's just the skill. I think Khabib to me is more talented than Connor, and that's why he's 29 and 0. He could have been 30 and 0, could have continued to go on and whoop a lot of people in the UFC, but it kind of sucks that we won't be able to get the fight that a lot of people were kind of hoping for in Khabib versus Conor McGregor too. But then again, we all know. I think I can like say firmly that that fight would have ended in Khabib winning.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So
I think Conor has to he has to get his head in mind completely in the UFC.
See,
Stop with all these advertisements.
mm-hmm,
Go back to what got you those advertisements.
yeah,
But I was winning
mm-hmm,
in fantastic fashion. You can't. That's why they don't know. The people listening to this don't know if there is anybody listening to this, but they don't know. You guys know I like Floyd.
mm-hmm,
Well, Floyd, he has all the money, all the cars, all the women, but his love for boxing never went away.
yeah,
He always
definitely,
liked boxing. He was always competitive. Always wanted to fight the best guy.
mm-hmm,
People just didn't like him. So, and he did very controversial things.
yeah,
But his love
definitely.
never died for the sport. I think Connor has to
He
get into that
he has to get
mode
his
again.
love for the sport back because, like, his fight with Cowboy, earlier this year in what,
Yeah,
like,
Donald
February.
Cerrone.
Yeah, you know how
Yeah.
wasn't that coming out of retirement? That was like his first fight out of retirement, right? Am I right or?
He retired. I think he retired after the Khabib fight when he lost.
Mhm.
So
And then
yeah, I think
so
so.
that was like one of his first fights out of retirement. Then like when was this? Because I remember I was on Twitter at the time. For you guys out there, I was on Twitter and me and Chris, we were in a party and I look on Twitter and trending is Conor McGregor and he's retiring.
Hmm.
He's saying that he's retiring, and you know, like this is what the second or third time this has happened now, and like it's kind of it just didn't make sense. Like you just came out of retirement. Why are you going back into retirement? And it kind of reminds me of that Antonio Brown situation where Antonio Brown he's retired twice as well in the last
Yeah.
like what year he's coming in and out of retirement, and it's kind of like they're trying to push a narrative, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
We'll talk about AB later.
We'll get to
I
we'll get to AB. We'll get to Antonio Brown. I know. All right, YouTube. That's gonna be the end of the video. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, we had a nice conversation today, and I really enjoyed making this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one.